Are we going to be able to finish this? I don't know.
But what the team does know is that none of the new components can be installed until the shower is waterproofed. So, with the demonstration in Union Square only 3 days away, Mike stays late to seal the shower walls.
I've got a fair bit to do. Kevin's showing up in the morning, and the shower needs to be ready. And I guess I'm the guy who's going to do it. What pizza?
The next morning, Mike's finished the shower and is feeling confident about the schedule. But Terry's done some homework of his own, and by his math, this build still has a very long way to go with a short time to get there.
We have the water system, the base pod, and the upper pod stuff that...
Is this a list or an encyclopedia?
Terry's made a massive list of things that still need to be done for the get up and go. And to the guys, it's overwhelming.
Outside of the pump, T-valve goes back into the barrel to heat the water previous to shooting. Run the T-valve, then we can plumb back in. The pump itself is being controlled by you. When the gantry comes down for the water pressure, it actually turns the pump on through a secondary relay.
Okay. What's a gantry? All I understood was controlled by you.
Okay.
The list is a real eye-opener.
Shower to come on.
They've nearly got more work than they can handle.
I was really thrown back on my heels when Terry divulged this list of things that he's been planning on doing, and it's exhaustive. It's a lot to do.
Once I have gotten out what is in my head, a lot of this to me seemed kind of common knowledge-ish, but apparently it wasn't.
With more to do than there are days left on the calendar, and 3 of our 4 guys at a loss, this build has missed its wake-up call. And it's definitely time for the prototype to find some get up and go. Coming up.
It's gonna be done!
On the eve of the big day, spirits are high as the prototype nears completion.
It's getting exciting.
But then, a major malfunction.
2 supports cracked under the strain of the hydraulics.
Oversleeping is a nationwide problem, and the inventors of Prototype This are sounding the alarm by building a multifunctional sleeping pod called the Get Up and Go. This space-age device is designed to wake, undress, shower, and give you the day's news in a matter of minutes. Earlier today, Terry showed up with a long to-do list that left the team shell-shocked. But when the prototypers start a job, they're determined to finish it. And they brought in extra hands to make sure the project comes together. And after a few hours of intense teamwork, the pod is starting to take shape.
I think the color is the last of anybody's worries right now. We're concerned with things like the shower.
While Mike paints, Kevin installs Zaz's hygiene tray.
My goal right now is to get the shower system running by the end of the day.
And he's brought along an intern to help him.
It's going to just drop with gravity and then be pushed back up. And I'm not sure that's really going to happen.
Terry's still worried about the shower mechanism itself, because Kevin's screw rod design is proving to be shaky and noisy.
I'm just saying.
If this potentially dangerous problem isn't fixed today, it could delay finishing the pod before the Union Square presentation tomorrow.
It makes a good noise for getting up in the morning.
It's shaking a little more. I'm not exactly sure why.
Terry has an idea. He wants to stabilize the long drive screws with a few pillow blocks.
Finish up putting the pillow blocks on, and we'll do a final test, and then we'll make a decision at that point.
That makes all the sense in the world.
So Kevin gets to work installing Terry's fix.
If it doesn't work, I'm going to go jump in the bay. And I'm taking the pod with me.
And it solves the problem. The shower is smooth and quiet.
The good news is that adding these pillow blocks really straightened it out.
It did it.
It's shaping up nicely.
It added the actual structure that was lacking before.
With a functional shower and everything in place inside the pod, it's now time to start working on the pod's final piece, the lid. So Zaz laser cuts a miniature version of the lid's hinges to solidify the design before building it on a larger scale.
Terry just sent me the design for the door mechanism of the pod, and I've cut it out on small scale on the laser cutter. Let's see how it turned out.
Zaz brings the pieces to Terry, who assembles them into a small working model. If this works, they'll use the same blueprint to make the hinges for the pod's lid.
If I run this up, it should run up and away.
Now that they're sure the hinge mechanics function properly, it's time to cut out the full-sized hinge components. So Zaz heads to guest builder Kevin's shop and cranks up the huge water jet cutter. By the next day, after attaching them to pneumatic arms, Terry's got the hinges working.
Goes up and away, and then rotates out of the way. But I need to get a larger cylinder for the rotation.
One more problem solved. Terry's on a roll, and the integration is going well. Next, Terry installs the pod's lid mechanism.
That rules, dude.
He shows off the door design to Joe and Mike.
Smooth.
That's cool.
Terry's success is a morale booster for the entire team.
Nice, Terry.
Even Terry's in a good mood.
It's gonna be done! It's gonna work!
We have a door, we have a pod.
Everything's good.
We have all these things that we can control now.
Re-energized, they redouble their efforts. Mike's sheet roller is integrated next.
Wow, speedy.
Terry's performing plumbing duties.
I'm now doing the shower pan and the sump pump to remove all the water from it.
And Joe and Zaz start wiring in their electronics.
There's a lot of different pieces now that are finally starting to plug into each other, and it's getting exciting.
The entire pod has to be automated and remote controlled, from the internet projector to the climate control.
There's still a ton of wire to run and things to hook up.
It's a lot of work. The unveiling at Union Square is tomorrow, and Joe and Zaz are prepared for the worst.
It's going to be a crazy day. I actually brought my pillow